how has your experience evolved over time here in Park City since you set roots in 2004?
Well, we came to Park City for quality of life and to raise our kids here, and it's been such an amazing experience. There's so many opportunities for kids and families to be active and to be involved in the community. It's been fantastic for them. Now that they're starting to grow older and go to different schools and different communities, it's given Pete and I an opportunity to be more involved with what's going on.
That's great. What about you, Pete?
I think that our experience, it's totally evolved from the beginning with our kids. You know, the connection of the dots with your children and different families all kind of starts with the kids, and then the things the kids are interested in, you become a little bit more interested in, and then your passions kind of show through your kids, and then you connect with families that have some of those similar passions. So I see that as continuing to grow, and now with some of our kids are adults and getting an understanding for things that they're really excited about, I think reflects back and educates us as to, maybe we should pursue something along those lines too.
So how did you first get involved with Park City Community Foundation?
Originally, John Cumming, when he first became president of the board, and they were recruiting board members, he brought it to our attention of what his plans were with Tricia Worthington, and we were really excited to be on the ground floor and establish roots with the Community Foundation and really see it prosper and become such an amazing organization for our community.
That's great. It sounds like you got involved pretty early, so it must have been pretty cool to see the organization sort of grow as well.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
It brought a lot of education for me about how many nonprofits it takes really for a community like this to prosper and for people to enjoy it. You know, I think one of the things that really that came through for me especially was how many different nonprofits you are part of on a daily basis, just in what you do, driving your kids to school, going for some recreation, or any type of event with your dogs. It all kind of connects, and I think that really makes what we hope for a good, strong community.
Absolutely. So what other initiatives have you been involved in, and how do you prompt those meaningful conversations in the community?
I would say that one of the initiatives that I think I'm especially proud of is that we had two independent schools here years ago. One was the Colby School and one was the Park City Academy. And at the time there really wasn't a need for perhaps or the ability for two of them to continue to operate. So we combined those. And I think now we have Park City Day School, which is another alternate to the public school system. They give families a different choice. And I really think that has been a great organization that's been brought into the community. Additionally, the saving of the Osgothorpe piece of land on Old Ranch Road, which is a major corridor for recreation in this community, where I didn't really realize how many people in the community utilize that corridor who don't even live on Old Ranch Road until you start to pay attention to it. And that to me is what an initiative that we can be proud of, that we brought to the community and got involved in and raised money to save.
Absolutely. That was a really admirable effort to save that land, and I'm glad that folks stepped in on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Summit Lancaster did a fantastic job, and Cheryl did a great job with that.
Agreed. What about you, Jolie? What are some of the initiatives that you're passionate about?
I love the People's Health Clinic. I used to work there as a volunteer, and I think it's amazing how many people in our community benefit from such a establishment there, and how many people frequent it that all of us think everyone has insurance. And absolutely, there's a lot of people in our community that depend on the People's Health Clinic. So I'm passionate about that. And just education in general. We support, the community education programs all over. I think that if we educate our youth, then our community will be strong.
And educating them about nonprofit and the value of nonprofits, along with being able to provide resources for every different walk of life to be able to have education in this community. It strengthens the community as a whole, and I think that's really important.
That's powerful. Well, we really appreciate you being involved in those efforts as well. So why do you continue to support the Community Foundation alongside other great organizations in town?
For me, the Community Foundation has become a leader and a convener. It's really become a strong supporter of all nonprofits in our community in terms of education and collaboration and just working together and getting other people to work together. And I think that's made all the difference in our community over the last 10 years.
Absolutely. What about you, Pete?
I think the reason the Community Foundation is such a valuable resource is the town continues to grow with lots of people that are coming here, and it becomes an avenue for people to connect the dots when they come into this community and to get involved in the community. And that to me is what the community civility of why you want a good, strong community. That's the things that are important to me. And so that's why I continue to be involved when asked to do stuff, and even when not asked to do stuff, bring ideas to Katie. And Katie is always willing and trying to do something new. It's powerful for me.
And we really enjoy here at the Community Foundation welcoming folks to the community and getting them involved in philanthropy as well. So let's make the last question fun. So you've been skiing in the Park City area for a long time. What is your favorite lift or terrain to rip around in a sunny, beautiful day like today?
Well, I went to Alta this morning, so going to and did laps at Alta and Snowbird, and it was awesome. So that to me that's still my favorite. If I'm going to ski at a resort, Alta and Snowbird are still my favorite place to go.
It's a whole nother world out there.
I guess for me, I would say that Olympic Park and what the community has done to pull together a great, amazing training venue for all our winter athletes, and it just continues to grow, and it's going to give the clubs a really great chance at, growing athletes again in our community, and I'm really excited about that.
That's great. Well, thanks again for meeting with us today, and we're excited to continue to keep you engaged with the work that you most are passionate about this year.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.